Hello guys, after a long time I took a break from this online streaming or online upload of tutorials, so I better now start with one of the things. I was upgrading or brushing up my skills in Nuke, and this is a good thing that I have learned about, that how to create Cleanplate with our image based keyer or IBK tool, and how we can assist our IBK tool to create much better green screen removal process, or to create much better Cleanplate as well. So let's start today's session, and today's session is about, if you see, I have created this Cleanplate with a very good hair detail. You can see the hair details here. Little bit difficulties I have found to these little prinkles. I would say it is very thin hairs we have, but that you can see that I have extracted in much better way. One second, let me change it. So in much better way I have created here as well. So both the process I will show you. You can see it's much better, and yeah, I can have some more detail with this second process, with IBK assist process. So let's start with Cleanplate, that how I have done this process, and it's a very good thing that I have learned. So if you see, I have this footage, and I will get to talk about that how we can remove the grain from a footage and I can restore them. That will not be in detailed process with IBK keyer or something, how to generate Cleanplate or how to remove a green screen. You'll see I didn't do that much detail here. I still have some works on here, but if I zoom in with this, and if I disable this, not this one, sorry, if I disable this, I can still have some grade here. One second, yeah, so you can see there are some more grains I'm getting. You can see the grains, how I have extracted the grains from it and how I have restored the grain. So let's start with today's session. So don't be so late. Let's get started. So I will take, what I will be doing, I will take a new composition now, and with the new composition, it's 1920,080 files that I have. So I will open a new composition. In the new composition, what I will be doing, first thing, I will change my project settings to 1920,080, and when I have changed it, now I can go there and I'll just copy this footage, and you can see I will discuss about in detail process of this, that how I did it. So I will come here and I will paste. So I have this footage here, and in the footage I will keep it till 50 frame. So press O and change my timeline to in out. So if you see it has some, so she will move something, and how we did it. Let's see, let's get caching in. So you can see I have these things here. So let's get started. So what I will be doing is, first thing first, I will start with a denoise process that I always prefer. Always we should do. It's a analysis process, pre-processing of our footage, that when we get some green screen we need to pre-process the footage. So we pre-processed it, and if I zoom in, you can see here, if you see, you can see the grains has been removed. After this denoise, you can easily take a export of it, or else you can directly start working on IBK keyer. So what I will be doing is, after this I will take image based keyer, that is IBK color and IBK gizmo, both the things you will get, but here I will be using IBK color, and after getting IBK color I will change it to green screen. And you can see I have created a good blur at the edges, and I have created this hole in between. It's a black patch I have created, and first thing I will change my blur size to something very low, like 5, and as soon as I change it to 5, if you see my old footage, if you zoom in the IBK color, I did some work in the darks and lights, and I have reduced my blur to still 1. I will come back to this. I will, of course, these changes I will do. So here if I go, I will change it to my darks and just zoom out and just increase the area a little bit, press H full screen, and I will start reducing the green. Oh no, it's doing wrong, and I can increase, and you can see there are some more blacks are coming, and I'm getting more blacks here. Till now I'm popping out the corner. This much is okay. A little bit of green I can do. No, reduce the green. I'm popping out the corners. I will leave it there itself. I will increase. Nope. It's okay, fine. And I will come to lights, and still but I still have some detailed issues here, and it's too much for me. Sorry, not this, darks, yeah. This is okay actually, and this is okay. Keep it as it is, how it is. Now what I'll be doing, I need to increase the erode, and erode is a thing that you will see what it does. It's increase the black patch, as well as it sucks in some of these background color as well. So you have to control the erode very carefully, and just increase the value something like 2.3.06. this much is enough, I believe so. I still have some hair detail left here, as much as you can. Now what I can do is I will increase my patch black, and I will increase my patch black till this much. Now why I'm increasing my patch black till this much is, if I see this and if I see this, my patch black, or the black thing, should be inside our character. So you can see it's much smaller than the character. I still have some issues that I will, of course, that I will address in the next set of work. So what I can do is, after doing, I will change it to 1. Yes, after doing this, I will keep it as it is for the time being, and I will take a key light node, and I will connect the key light here. And in the key light, what I will be doing is I will be taking some samples. Now these samples, what I will be taking, it should be from the warmer area or the brighter area, and if I reduce the gamma, I can easily identify these are my most illuminated areas, or the most brighter areas, or hot part of the green screen, warmer part of the green screen. So I'll take the picker and press Control Shift Alt or Command Shift Alt, just take this much. Okay, now if I go to my alpha value, you will see I have reduced it, but I will be keeping it as it is. I will not be doing anything here for the time being. If needed, I will do it later on. Now in this key light, I have a source of my denoise plate, and now I will select the key light and press Alt K. So what I did, I cloned my key light, whatever it is, I have cloned it, and in that key light I will not change anything except the source. Here the source will be my IBK color. So if I see my IBK color, this is my IBK color, this is my denoise plate, and if I see this is my first key light, be in alpha channel, and this is my second key light, you will see there is no changes in this key light area. It's similar. Now what I want, I will be inverting it. Why? Because this is my visible areas, opaque areas, and this background is my semi-transparent area, so I need to invert it. So I will use one invert color node, and if I see this, I have one invert value. Now if you see in the key light, this thing is very important when I am creating something like, I already know that there are some semi-transparent areas in the background, but what is much more important is that if we reduce the gamma, we can clearly see there are some semi-transparent areas on the character's body as well. So this thing we have to keep in mind. Now what I can do is I can increase a little bit of screen gain not required. You can increase the screen balance. Let's see. No, stops. We'll keep it as it is, how it was. Go to screen mat. In the screen mat, I will reduce the clip white values. Now you can reduce with this slider, or you can reduce with some values. I prefer to work on decimal values, so what I will be doing is I will be pressing 0.995. Select this 0.995, and if I just scroll down my mouse scroll, you will see with a 0.001 value I can generate a good core, right? A very good strong solid core. I will go for one more. I don't want any transparency in this area. I can do later on, we can go for roto, but right now it's not required. So 0.988 is the value I am keeping, and you will see if I go this key light as well, copy, yes, this key light as well, you see the values will be same. Select this invert, Control C, Control V, and I will take a channel merge. Yeah, so what I did here, I removed that part. So I believe till this much you guys have understood, and I have created this same thing here and here. You will see the key light values or key light works or the properties are same here. So I have inverted it to create some alpha values, and I created channel merge with divide. If I see, I change the operation to divide. Now in the shuffle node, what I did, I have created a alpha channel. See, this I have kept it as a RGB and alpha, both of it. Now I will take a constant node. Sometime you will see, if you see that you are not getting a satisfactory result, so change the or swap the input, so you will see you will get a better result there. So anyway, in the constant node, what we have to create is whatever I am getting in IBK, it is okay, but in constant node I will change the values of this color from black to this warm green color. When I have changed it, now you will see I have two values, one is this IBK and one is this constant. Now you see in the constant node I have a uniform color around it, so this is what I wanted as my green screen, not this, because there will be some issues with the lightings as well. They are darker, they are brighter, so this I want this as my clean plate. So what I have to do, I have to spread this color around this IBK, so whatever the values we have, ups and downs or luminance issues we have, we can reduce that. So I will take a merge node and I will connect these two, and here I will change it to minus. You'll see as soon as I change it to minus, you can see the areas where we don't have this green color inside IBK, that's get replaced, that's get extracted. So now you can see this color and this color is same. So when I have these two colors, what I have to do is I'll just move in my shuffle node a bit. I will take a merge again and I will connect these two, and here just let me adjust it. Here I will change it to multiply, where it is multiply. So you can see I got my clean plate thing. Now what I will be doing is, because this area I have the characters already, so I can easily fill this area with the character, and this area will get filled up my the green colors that we have inside denoise plate, that is. So I'll take another merge. I'll take this as a background, this as a foreground, and if I see, if I change it to plus, you can see I have a uniform green color, and I have created a clean plate with the help of this IBK tool. Now in this, if I take a key light, I'm not creating uber key, I will be working on key light. If I go to key light and if I take from anywhere, now you will see these values and these values are same. So if you see this one, if I take it from here, that will be okay for me. So if I see now, for better green screen removal, what we have to do, we'll have to crank up the gamma. As soon as I'm cranking up the gamma, I can see some values here. So 0.01, as I always prefer to and with a single scroll I can see you can remove the whole lot of grains. Now if you come back here, I have some transparency issues here, so I'll go to screen matte and I will reduce it. So I have a hardcore matte. Right now if I take any constant again, I'm just will take a gray color, something values something like this. If I take brightness something like this, now if you see I have a BG input here, I attach this BG here. Normally when you attach this BG you won't see anything here, crank up it, anything here, so you have to change the key light thing to composite. Now you can see you can change the, you can extract the perfect hair details. Nice, right? It's very easy, very good. So now what I can do is, here you will see I have created this thing. Sorry, I did with a checkerboard. You can do with this as well, nothing happens. Now if you feel like, sir, if I change the background, or if I change the background, then what will happen? So what you can do is, if you change the background, suppose I will change the color of it. See, I am changing the color of it. My color of the hair detail is exactly same. It's not creating any kind of halo around it. See, there is no halo around my character. Understood? Good, very good. Now I will give a 0.5 value of everything. So neutral gray color I need, a neutral gray color. Right, so if I darken it up, lighten it up, nothing will happen. See, cool. So I'll save it, and I want to save it as a IBK tutorial version 1. If I save it, can save it. Now I'll create a backdrop here, tab backdrop, just increase the size of it and name it as Cleanplate with K. Control C, Control V. Now what I will try to create is, if you see, I will try to create with IBK assets. It's a bit advanced, but it's very useful when you are working with some these hair details. Okay, so come back to this. I'll just check. Yeah, I still have time with me. So let's come back to this, and I will copy this denoise as well. Control C, Control V. I can get a source. In the denoise, if I come, as you know, I have already reduced the denoise. So now in denoise, there is a little bit operations you can change. You can see in the output of denoise, it's a GPU based node. So in the denoise, you can see the output. What I can do is, if I go to result, if I change it to noise, you can see if I crank up the gamma, you can see it's extracted all the noise. So this is my noise print on that footage. I can use this noise print later on. So what I can do is, right now I'm keeping it to result. I will talk about it to result, and you will see what I did here. Hide this. What I did here, I started with a key light and a primat. Now you will see, I will start with primat first. I will come back to this, but in the IBK color, of course I have that IBK color that I have, but if I reduce it, you will see the same values. So I will try to create the same thing with this IBK, and if I tab IBK, I can take this IBK color, or I can copy this IBK color from here. Control C, Control V. I can have these two here. and I can have these two here, or maybe I can keep it here, can have it here. IBK color I have. Now in this denoise plate, if you see in this IBK color, if I reduce my gamma, you can see I have this blurriness, this smudginess in my footage. So if I go to this denoise and instead of IBK, if I go with primat, this will be here. Yes, if I go with primat and smart select background is already selected, or you can go with auto compute option as well, but I'm keeping smart select background how it is, and I'll just press Ctrl Shift Alt and just click. It's done. It's done. So if you see, you can work out on this. So if I come here, you can easily work out on this and you can create a hardcore. That is what I will be creating in primat. In Keylight, when I used Keylight, I didn't create a hard matte, but in primat I will be creating hard matte. So I will go clean background noise, and you can just Ctrl Shift Alt multiple times and you can just create a hard matte for this area, clean foreground noise, and just create. This is okay for me. I'm keeping it because it's green in color. I don't want to disturb this part. And if I reduce the gamma, I can see it's a core, solid core I have created. This input, what I will be doing is, you will see what I did here. I have created a blur. If you see, I have blurred it, and I have blurred it heavily. If you see the value 94, I have created the blur value. So if I come here and if I add, you can use it, filter erode will also work, but filter erode will work as well. I'm creating blur because we have filter erode will not give me that much blur values. So in blur I can, because it has a lot of loose hairs. So with the otherwise, if it doesn't have this much loose hair, you can work with filter erode as well. So coming back to blur, I can crank up the blur. Suppose something like this is enough for me. After this, I will use a curve, that is my color lookup. You can use it with grade as well, and I will go to alpha, and I need to crank up these edges because the edges are very blur. I don't want that. I want a solid edge, hard edge. So you'll see, I'll just reduce this. So I'm getting a solid hard edge here, and reduce this much is enough. Yep, this is what I wanted to create. Now if you see here, if you come here, suddenly I'm getting a constant with this color magenta. From where it is coming? It is why this magenta color is coming, because if I will use a key mix, but before I will tell you why I'm getting this constant. The constant, before when I have used it here, I took the color of my green key, or the key backing color, whatever the backing color I have used it. But here I will be taking that backing color, but not to use it. Why? Because in the backing color, what is my concept, or what I wanted to do is, I want to create a IBK assist key here. Why? Because in IBK we already have created this. You will see, press alpha, we already have created, but still you can see these loose hairs or this smudginess. These are not good for projects like this when you have this much loose hair and all. So what I will be doing, in constant node, go to constant, I will select this, Control Shift, I got this color, press Control and click on this. You can see the values here. What I will do, I will just change the values exactly opposite, something like this, magenta. So here I'm creating a complementary color of my green backing that I have. This is the complementary color of my green backing. Understood? So come back here and I will use a key mix, tab, key mix. I will use it as mask. Why? Because I already have this mask, I already have this mask here, and this is my background, this is my foreground, and see, press A. Just you have to swap the values maybe. Yep, see, I have created a magenta color around it. Now what I did, I have created the same configuration that I have created here. The same work I will be doing here in this key mix. So what I will be doing, I will take IBK, of course. In IBK color, I will change it to green. As soon as I change it to green, you can see the values that I was creating with very hard and very good calculations and all the things I was creating here, it's created very well. And I will reduce the size to something like 5. You can use this, or you can directly go and patch, sorry, and patch black. See, much better. Now if I come here, I have this footage, and what I can do, of course, I will use a key light that I already have, and I will use it as source. And key light, that how I have created, zoom in, Control Shift Alt, just take it. I'm not creating any kind of changes and all. In the key light value, select Alt K, I have this, and in key light I'll change it to alpha, and source. Just select these to create some space here, and tab, invert, Control C, Control V, and what I will be doing is I will be keeping it together side by side. I'll just adjust it a bit. This one is not required right now, I have just kept it to see, to compare, that's all. That is the reason I have kept it. And I will use my channel merge, A, B, and the channel merge, change it to divide. Little bit issues are here. You can select in this key light, go to screen mat, little bit values you can increase a bit, something this much is okay. And in the channel merge, I'll create a alpha. How to create an alpha? Just this is a new shuffle node, and you can see this is my alpha value and RGB value. Now what I have this, I have this. Now what we have to do, the same operations that we did here, and that is the operation I have created. I took another constant as my background, so I will be taking this, Control C, Control V, and merge node, background, foreground, and change it to minus. Why is this coming? Okay, I have to swap this sometime will happen, you have to swap it. It's done. Good. I create more space. I will take another merge node. This is my background, this is my foreground, and I'll change it to multiply. Yeah, voila, I have created. Now if I go with another merge node, and this is my background, and just this is my foreground, and if I see, change it to plus, voila, I have the same output that I have created here. Sorry, I've created here. Is there any changes? Let's see. See, I can extract a better amount of hair. Now I can use a key light that I have used before, and with the key light I'll select Control Shift Alt, take a good key, a solid hard key I have to create. I have these things, 0.01, increase it. Done. Very good. Reduce it. Just check. Yeah, I have some transparency in the screen mat. Reduce it more to see. Yeah, I have some transparency. Screen mat. Reduce it. This much is enough. Tab. Take a constant node. In the values, change everything to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. I'm taking a good gray background. Connect it. In the key light, change it to composite. Press 1. Crank up the gamma. You can see I can have much better gear for the around the hair. So I have saved more amount of hair detail. So I'll select all of it. Tab. I will use a backdrop. The backdrop, I'll just write IBK assist. I hope you have liked this process, and you can use this process. You just have to take care of these areas. So if you have more hair to extract, you can apply this assist IBK assist process, and you have a lesser complicated green screen, you can use this Cleanplate with IBK. So I hope that I have cleared some of your green screen doubts, that why the hair detailing and you have to do edge extension workflows, all those things are there, which is kind of very complicated for us. But this is with a single thing, with a very easier process, I felt like, to extract a good amount of hair detail. So I hope you have liked this tutorial, and if you like this tutorial, please comment below and like, share and subscribe my channel, so it will be helpful for me, so that I can show some of, or I can upload some more tutorials on this process. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.